Hello and welcome to Jen Plays Ukulele. I'm Jen. Today we're going to talk about your first scale, learning how to play scales on the ukulele. So if you've ever taken music lessons before, you may, piano, violin, guitar, whatever, you probably learned how to play a scale, right? So today we're going to learn a different type of scale that only uses 5 notes, and it's called the pentatonic scale. Now, if you're following along, if you're using the Ukulele in the Classroom program, I will post the link in the comments. You can download your own free copy of Ukulele in the Classroom, and you can learn the pentatonic scale. So an octave scale, which is what you probably learned in piano or any other instrument, is 8 notes, octave to octave, right? C to C. The pentatonic scale, right? Penta means 5. The pentatonic scale has 5 notes. So it's a little easier. It's a slightly easier way. And what we do in the pentatonic scale is we take out the half steps. So we're getting into a little bit of music theory here, which is good, which is a good thing to know. If you're playing an instrument, knowing a little music theory helps. So basically what we're doing is we're taking out the half steps between the notes of the scale so that we're only playing whole step notes, okay? And we're going to start by playing the open C string. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this fourth. You don't have to worry about your G string. You don't have to worry about your G string. You don't have to worry about that G string on top. We're going to start with your third string. We're going to start with the open C. And then, right, we're going to take our middle finger, right? We're going to talk about fingers in ukulele, right? We don't use the thumb really for fretting. Okay, we don't really use that. Not now anyway, not yet. So our 4 fingers, okay? The 4 fingers that are left when you take away your thumb. 1, your index finger is 1. Your middle finger is 2. Your ring finger is 3. And your 4th finger is 4. Now, when we're playing a scale in the first position on the ukulele, okay, the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Now, there are these first 4 frets, right? And you just happen to have 4 fingers. How does that work? Anytime you play a note on the 1st fret, you're going to use your 1st finger. Okay? Anytime you play a note on the 2nd fret, you're going to use your 2nd finger. Anytime you play a note on the 3rd fret, you're going to press down with your 3rd finger. And this is when we're playing in first position, which is what we're going to stick to right now, okay? Because it's the easiest way to learn. 3rd fret, 3rd finger. 4th fret, 4th finger. That little pinky, okay? So when we're playing the pentatonic scale, if I tell you we are going to play on that 3rd string, on that open C, if I say we're going to play the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, which finger you think you're going to use? You're going to use your 2nd. Okay? C, open C. You're going to take your middle finger and you're going to press your middle finger. You're going to press it right down in the middle of the fret, right? We don't want to be on top of the fret. We don't want to be, on top of either fret before or after. We want to be right in the middle. Okay? And we're going to be using, I don't know if you can see if I hold it up, right? Little creases in my fingertips there. We're going to be using the fingertip. We're not going to be using the pad of the finger, right? Remember, we're using the pad of the finger of the thumb. We're using the pad of the thumb to pluck. But we're using the tips, the very tippy toes. Like imagine if you could walk on your tiptoes on your fingers, okay? You're going to use that. And a way of checking to see if you're doing it right, okay, when you press down, and I know you can't really see it here on the camera, but you should have a little tunnel that you can look through. Okay, when you're pressing down, hold your ukulele this way. I know it's weird. Hold your ukulele this way so that you're looking right at the headstock. You're looking right at the top, and you should see like a nice little tunnel. You can close one eye and look right through that little tunnel, okay? And that's how you know you've got the right curve to your fingers when you're pressing on your strings. So keeping all that in mind, okay, this is how we're going to play. We're going to put the second finger on the second fret of the third string. Okay, that's your second, that's your D natural. Okay, and then we go right to the open E string. And then we're going to play the third fret of your second string, of your E string. So if it's the third fret, we're using our third finger, our ring finger. And then we're going to do our open A string, just plucking with the thumb. And then we're going to come to our octave, which is the C, which is the third fret on the first string. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. And again, you can use your mindfulness techniques with this one, right? Taking a deep breath before you pluck each string as you inhale. Fill your lungs and fill your heart, and as you exhale, open C. Take another deep breath. Place your second finger down on your second fret. Inhale. Fill your heart, fill your lungs, and then exhale on your D. Take a nice inhale. Open E. And this time we're going to go to the third fret and the third finger. G. And then your open A string. Inhale. Don't forget to exhale. I almost forgot to exhale. And then your third finger on your third fret of your first string, which is your C. That's your scale. And then you can do it backwards. Okay, that's your pentatonic scale, your 5-note scale, a way of moving from C to C within an octave on your ukulele. Okay, and so, you know, it's a nice warm up. It's a nice simple practice. Okay, it's a nice simple practice. It's good to know this pentatonic scale. You can do a lot with the pentatonic scale. You can write your own melodies using the pentatonic scale. Right? You can start to create your own little melodies. It's a very simple scale to get you started. It's a nice little warm-up. Okay, it's a nice way to practice. And you can even mess around with it, right? So now I saw James Hill do this, and I'm not nearly as good, but you can use it to practice your hammer-ons and pull-offs. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. I hope so. Very quiet. I still have to practice my hammer-ons and pull-offs. So give me something to practice, okay? So there's your pentatonic scale in a nutshell. That's your pentatonic C major scale. Now you can play any scale, right? You can play any major scale, the pentatonic scale, simply by taking out the half steps. And we'll talk more about music theory later, but for now, this is just to get you started and get you going on just a little something to practice, you know? just a little something to practice every day, maybe before you start to play a song. And one of the ways that you'll really know that you have this is if you can play this scale 5 times up and down without making a mistake, just going right through it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I should count that. 5. Okay. So there's your pentatonic C major scale. Have fun with that. Play around with it. Have fun with it. Play around. If you have your copy of Ukulele in the Classroom, you can find this on page 3 of the first book, the green book. I think it's the green cover. Yes, the green cover for page 3 of Ukulele in the Classroom. It's a great way to start learning how to fret your notes, how to press down on your fingerboard, how much pressure is too much pressure, how much is not enough, right? You always want to get a nice, clean sound, right? If you're not pressing down hard enough, you're going to sound like that. You want to sound like that. Hear the difference? Hear the difference? Sounds kind of dead, kind of dull. Doesn't ring out, right? That's how you know. It'll ring out. So, there's your C major pentatonic scale. Have fun, and I will see you in the next video.